How's everybody doing? I wasn't planning on making any videos. I'm kind of videoed out. But some things that I've spoken are coming to pass. So, you know what I mean? First and foremost, there's a content creator does conspiracy stuff. His name's Danny Jones. He gets some pretty good guests on. I don't watch him all the time, but I watch him from time to time. And he had an individual on that set over the nuclear warheads and said that something disturbing is controlling the nuclear warheads. I told you guys that I hacked in and I took control of all the nuclear warheads. Ain't nobody sending any goddamn nukes, people. The House of David owns the goddamn nukes, first and foremost. Secondly, it's being reported today that there are satellite issues over the satellites that are monitoring Iran. Again, I told you, I took the fucking satellites over. I made posts about it. I made fucking videos about it. Fucking motherfuckers are going to start acting right. That's what I know. Motherfuckers are going to act right when goddamn House of David's on the earthly plane. And so then, there's a content creator I watch named Angel Dust. He's from one of the Republican bigwig families. He's from an ancient bloodline. And anyhow, he released a document that was talking about fucking Jeffrey Epstein had a broken hoopty hawk. I told you, they've all got defective goddamn dicks, people. I told you, every goddamn one of them's got a defective dick. You guys think I'm just fucking making shit up, man. You know, that's, you know. I don't know, man. House of David doesn't fucking miss. Sometimes it just, things must come to pass, people. Things must come to pass. But the House of David does not goddamn miss. So with that, you know, I've been thinking about, you know, energy issues, things like that within the United States. Because ultimately, people, motherfucking Americans don't give a fuck as long as their gas is free. As long as their gas is goddamn cheap, they don't give a fuck. And so what really needs to happen regarding our energy, people, is we need to nationalize it. And the reality of it is, you're looking at probably $26-27 billion to buy the electrical grid. And then what you do, because you're going to still have to be capable of powering magnetrons, people, because the magnetron requires a DC input to pulse, essentially to drive the magnets, make a big giant sphere spin, and we're going to beam that shit up at the goddamn, essentially at the magnetosphere, the ionosphere, whatever you choose to call it, I don't know, and it'll bounce back down. And by doing that, though, instead of only being able to power a small amount, you know, you might be able to power 2 million homes off one. By doing this, we're able to power the whole United States with about 12 of those suckers. And so, at least that's kind of what I can roughly figure anyways. And so, it's advantageous to do that, because then we own the grid and we can come up with some kind, because essentially we're paying into what we own and using it to power. And essentially what we would just do is not even fucking be paying anything. We would just buy the shit, and then we'd have the cost of the maintenance to power the magnetrons, but we'd get about $100 a year energy bills, people. And that just makes sense. And the other thing that needs to happen is we need to go ahead and tap into the goddamn oil that's here in the United States. We don't need to be fucking with nobody else. We have an abundance of goddamn oil here in the United States, people, under us and off of our shores. All we have to do, there's an abundance of it down in the goddamn Gulf of America. All we have to do is decide to nationalize it, people. Not use the goddamn private sector. Nationalize it our goddamn self. Go into some type of a joint venture. And then what we end up with is we're buying oil from ourselves, and then we just get a dividend check at the goddamn end of the year, people. Once it's paid off, then we start getting a goddamn dividend check from the oil that we're buying. And to be honest, in theory, you could just say, fuck it. You know what I mean? We'd have to charge some amount of money for it. I'd have to work that out. But that's what the time I'm on. That's what we need to be doing. We need to nationalize this shit. Nationalize it and treat it as a goddamn collective, people. And then for the electrical grid, just fucking go in and buy that shit outright. Look at all the money we fuck off, people. We just had a goddamn F-35 fighter jet shot down. Okay, we fuck money off like nobody's business here in the United States. And so the reality is, these numbers seem large, but in the grand scheme of what the fuck we're fucking off, these numbers are small, people. They're small, man. But we're putting the goddamn power and the infrastructure back into the hands of the collective, the American people. And that's what the fuck needs to happen. We don't need any goddamn... There are aspects that we need to go in and utilize the private sector, but there's also aspects that we need to opt to nationalize, just for the simple fact of security of the United States, so that we're not subject to fuck shit. You know, why we're one of the most resource-rich nations on the planet, and yet right now we're in dire straits because the Hormuz, whatever, the Strait of Hormuz is being shut down. They're blowing all kinds of goddamn oil refineries up, and so now we're at the mercy of goddamn Iran. And the reality is, it's a goddamn war that we shouldn't even be fucking in. We shouldn't even be fucking with Iran. Iran was an absolutely solvable thing. It was solvable without a bomb ever being fired. You know, ultimately, say what you want, but Israel's got goddamn blackmail information on every goddamn person sitting in Senate, Congress, and every goddamn president. They got goddamn blackmail information that ends careers, people. And so, you know, what's happening is we're being used as a goddamn shell and a puppet for a goddamn population, which I only think, you know, there's only 25 million Jews in the goddamn whole world. There's only about 12 million in goddamn Israel, I think. And so, you know, how is it... And I'm seeing also all this shit with all these fucking Jews saying, oh, if you're having a problem, it's because it's your problem. No, you guys have infiltrated every goddamn government on the fucking planet. You've got extortion and blackmail on every goddamn government on the fucking planet. So don't fucking act like you're goddamn just some fucking innocent bystanders. And then furthermore, you sons of bitches have a population of 12 goddamn million people, and you decide to fucking bomb every goddamn neighbor that you fucking have. In what goddamn reality is that acceptable? Bomb every fucking neighbor you have and then say, oh, I'm the victim. Oh, I'm the victim. Which is notoriously what the fuck Israel does really good. I'm gonna get you guys the fuck out of the Middle East. I get in there, I'm gonna get you guys the fuck out of the Middle East. Got no goddamn business being there. You can't play with anybody. You can't share the goddamn sandbox with anybody. It's just forever going to be a goddamn fucking problem to have you ass clowns over there. Jesus, I talked some sense into Jesus. Jesus is like, you know what, we're going to go, even though the goddamn Talmudianese said that I burned in goddamn excrement, we're going to go ahead and save those stupid fuckers. And so, you know, we're going to get all you fucking ass clowns out of the goddamn Middle East, where you just can't fucking, you know, integration is not going to fucking happen. And especially at this goddamn point. As much fuck shit as you guys have done over there, you ever believe that your goddamn neighbors are going to be okay with you being there? You guys are fucking delulu. You are fucking delusional. They're not. And so what's your goddamn go-to? We're just gonna nuke them. We're gonna nuke them. Well, bitches, I got control of all the fucking nukes. So nobody's gonna nuke shit. So, you know, there's a goddamn blood atonement that needs to happen. That's occurring right goddamn now. But understand, you guys are gonna have to hide out in those secondary visas you guys have for a while. And then we're gonna get you a goddamn island, and we're gonna plant all you fuckers on an island where you don't have any goddamn neighbors. Because you can't even have fucking neighbors. That's the God's honest truth. You guys just can't even get along with fucking anybody. We're going to get you close to the United States so that they can offer be an umbrella for you. Because what's going on right now just isn't fucking working, you know? If you're a Jew and you think this is fucking working out, you're fucking delusional. You're goddamn delusional. So with that, peace and blessing be upon your home. I don't know how much content I'm going to be making, people. I really don't. I just had an epiphany about some shit, and so I decided to make a fucking video. But I'm kind of fucking over everybody. I'm over everybody, man, to be quite honest with you. I don't like anybody. I don't want to like anybody. But there's things, the field must honor me when I speak, people. And so what I speak must come to pass. And so it's out of a fucking moral obligation. It's not because God's telling me to. It's not because Jesus is telling me to. It's a goddamn moral obligation. I know that we need to goddamn nationalize the goddamn electric grid. And we need to fucking nationalize goddamn oil. Very fucking point blank. Two goddamn things we need to nationalize. Now, when it comes to the goddamn magnetrons, what we'll rely on is goddamn private sector. We'll have, Elon Musk already has plans for them. He's already got one in the works that I understand. How many you got in the works? There's 4 of them. He's got 4 of them underway right now. They're a little ways off, but they've got to be they're super precision, people. They got to be super balanced because they're spinning at an insane RPM. And so that's what has to happen, though. They require a power source. And so there would still be some kind of means that we would have to power these fuckers for the time being. And so it makes sense to procure the goddamn electrical grid and then just simply use that to power the magnetrons, and then simultaneously begin retrofitting the homes with goddamn antennas so that we can collect power. Then we're paying small bills, people, free from fucking bondage. Then we go ahead and invest in the goddamn, build our own fucking refineries. Fuck using somebody else, Shell or somebody else. We've got the means. This is goddamn America. We can do whatever the fuck we want. I done declared it. I done declared it. We need to get our own goddamn oil, people. And then we're gonna then once we pay off the goddamn investment for the rig and refineries, then we simply are gonna we'll get a goddamn profit sharing check, and we'll make goddamn gas really reasonable, people, because we're getting it here. We're not having to pay to ship it all the way goddamn from the fucking Middle East. You know what I mean? And fuck goddamn whatever the governing body is that makes up the fucking cost of oil. Fuck that. Fuck them. We're making it ourselves. We're gonna price it the way we want to fucking price it. Everybody's gonna be driving. It's gonna be like goddamn 2000 again when it's $1.05 for a fucking gallon of gas. We're gonna be driving all over the goddamn place. That peace and blessing be upon your homes, and just know what I speak must come to pass, people. It won't happen overnight, but it's gonna come to pass.